What's up, Scorpios? Hope this video finds you well. Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. We are here to do your mid-February, it's really early to mid-February, into early to mid-March. Timestamps are silly. When you see this video is when you're meant to. If it resonates, take it and run with it. Yeah, it's weird to put timestamps on these videos. Yeah, if something resonates, that's awesome. Pieces and parts of this reading very likely will. It is a general reading though, so that means not everything will be your story. It's up to you guys to come into this with an open heart and an open mind. Please do only take away those messages that resonate with you in some capacity. Give it time to resonate as well. Don't make everything, or don't try and force anything to fit if it doesn't seem organic. Later down the line, a few hours, days, even weeks, something may click for you, and then that means it was your message. Take it and run with it. Be open to the surprises, right? You don't know everything. That's why you're here. So we'll see what I can do for you in that capacity. For Scorpios in love, looking for confirmations. Express your love. That wanted to be seen right now. All right, well, I guess we'll put that aside here. Anywho, everything about this video is written in the description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook, Instagram, and .com. Check out my website if you want to learn more about me. If not, I'm happy to have you here on YouTube. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe wherever you can. That helps me a whole lot. That's helped this video, these messages get out and gain some traction. Get those messages out to those who want to see them and who need to see them. All right, I promise I'm going to stop rambling. I just got a few decks to shuffle, so I may as well fill the airtime. If you don't have a person, this could represent somebody coming in. It could also represent somebody coming back from your past. One more card for Scorpios in love, mid-February to mid-March, roughly. All right, cool. Let's do it, Scorpios. Bottom of your deck, Ace of Pentacles. Love that. New love, potentially with an earth sign. A building block from which you can grow off of, essentially, right? All right, so let's take a peek into your energy. You have Six of Swords, all right? Six of Pentacles, 2 sixes, and 4 of Cups. All right. So some of you are actually already with someone, and if you've slept with them, or it doesn't even have to be sleeping, but actually for a lot of you, the message is that like there isn't equal give and take in the bedroom. It's like your person gets all the bells and whistles, but then when it comes to like reciprocating that, you're like, well, what about me? Especially for my lady Scorpios out there. You know what I'm talking about. Interesting. So yeah, I mean, I think you like this person, you're attracted to them, but you're kind of waiting for them to step up to the plate and start investing at least maybe like as much emotion as you are, or again, like, I mean, flat out like the physicality of sleeping together. It's like, you know, someone's getting to the finish line, but somebody else isn't. Yeah, there is passion here, though. There's definitely like sexual chemistry. Allow your heart and your soul to sing with joy. Yeah, so I mean, again, not everybody out there has someone, but this could be indicating that you're moving in that direction. But somebody here is withholding a little bit. They may still be stuck on some unreconciled feelings of the past, particularly. And it's weird. It's coming up in your energy, but it's almost like you're the one presenting the cup like, hey, but they're either not taking advantage of it, or as I said, there's just like an imbalance of how much you both are giving to the relationship. And it might be because one or both of you still has some emotional hang-ups on someone from the past who didn't leave the most positive impression. That's sort of creeping into this relationship just a tad. But I mean, you have passion and Six of Pentacles, so yeah, I think if you give it a little bit more time, if you give it a little bit more stamina, I just heard, yeah. It's like this person is learning about you and how your body works, or how the relationship works, you know. Yeah. Okay, so you have Knight of Cups. I love seeing that, a card of Pisces. So yeah, it's forward progression in the arena of love and emotions and feelings, getting a little bit more vulnerable. Yeah, having conversations that maybe at first are a little bit awkward. I have to be honest with you, Scorpio, this really seems like, or at least this part anyway, seems like it's someone that you're already kind of dating and maybe like, you know, fooling around with, or however you want to phrase it. But yeah, you haven't quite gotten the rhythm of it, or like the knack of making it fit just perfect. I'm sorry, Scorpio, my camera always freezes. I have to get better technology. Anyway, maybe in Aquarius season. Something about the Six of Pentacles to me, it's like trying to understand the puzzle pieces and making them fit together. It's not like ramming them in together to make it work. There's something, about making it fit just so that there's like harmony, so that it works for everybody. Interesting. All right, so then let's look at your person. Your person is holding back. They might be a little bit conservative. You may be a little bit like really sexually intense for them. And again, even if it's not literally the physicality of having sex, it could be like they're sort of in awe of your beauty. And so, it's funny. You have 2 6s, which is all about victory, forward movement, like accomplishment, celebration, like let's do that. Like 6s are generally really great numbers. It's getting past all the 5s, which are chaos and anarchy and conflict and changes. 6 is like, like we can rest and relax and enjoy it. And I think flat out, you guys want to rest and relax and enjoy like each other. It's this, again, especially like the sex part. Your person is very not withdrawn, but that did want to come out. So maybe for some of you, withholding. They need to think about it. They need to assess the situation. Is it practical? Is it worth me putting on my time in, my energy, investing, whatever it is, right? Investing their money. What are they paying for sex? What's with that? No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But then you have a 4 too. And it's funny, when this 4 came up in your energy, I was sensing that this had more to do with your person. So it's like you're sort of assessing why they're not moving forward the way you are. But again, I do sort of sense this idea of someone is not as like, if one person is all in, the other person is not. You have another 6 here. It's a card of victory, a great 6, right? Yeah, achieving something great, accomplishments, success, like all eyes on you, leadership. This may be saying like someone needs to take control of like the awkwardness or the conversation that needs to be had. The emotional one, the one that makes someone awkward or vulnerable or uncomfortable. Yeah, it's almost like, oh, sorry, my phone is going to go off. Shoot. All right, we're going to try and go with this. I don't think I can silence it from here. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, completely lost my train of thought. Scorpio, I am the worst. I'm so sorry. There's something about taking charge, taking the bull by the horns, and like kind of calling a spade, like, hey, every time we get together, like you make it to the finish line and I don't, like maybe we can focus on me this time. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? A conversation that someone is reluctant to have or embarrassed or ashamed about, it can be settled with love. Like the cup will flow again. It's like, you may have hit like a little bit of awkward patch, and like, it doesn't surprise me because it's your reading, Scorpio, but it does feel very sexually driven. So good for you. Get it, Scorpio. So then you have the Hierophant. Some of you might be dealing with a Taurus, which I think that is your divine pairing, right? I always confuse that with Virgo. So yeah, is it Taurus and Scorpio and Virgo and Pisces? Okay, yeah. So yeah, potentially your divine pairing. Not knowing where to give their attention to. Oh my God, you guys, I can't. Yeah. It doesn't have to be specifically sex, but for a lot of you it is. They're not giving their attention to the right areas. You understand my metaphor here? Like that's very clearly what's going on here. There's miscommunication about like where, I just want to say like where the pleasure comes from or what makes you, right? Like orgasm essentially, or whatever it is for you. Again, if it's not a sex metaphor, put that in relationship to making the relationship work, right? Like they don't say the right things, or they don't even like reciprocate your text or the conversation, or you say something that's very, what you feel is very truthful and poignant, and they're just kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. Do you understand? There's like a mix up of what to focus on the importance of. And then you have judgment. So yeah, it's like a wake-up call. It's like call them on it, right? A judgment call. This is saying to me very much like the same way this is. It's like take the bull by the horns. Make it a victory. If something isn't working, you have passion and you have retreat to disconnect from the world together, right? This is like go off, like unplug from the world, focus on each other. And again, there is something very much like honeymoon, go off for the weekend, spend the weekend in bed, figure it out, what isn't working, whatever is making this person pause or have to like regroup, or it's like they're putting their efforts in the wrong avenues so that they're tied up and they can't do anything else. They're tied up. Scorpio, you're tying them up. This is such a great reading. My Scorpio moon is digging this, but this doesn't sound familiar to me at all. But I'm rooting for you guys. This sounds really good. It sounds really fun. But yeah, it's like, make it a victory. I just keep hearing that. It's like, get back on the horse and do it. I need to stop giggling. I sound like such a dork. But yeah, it's like, it's almost like this giant red flashing sign. It's so sexual. It's like you're doing your thing together. And again, they're like completely focused on the wrong area. And you're just like, how much longer are they going to spend down there? Because it's not working. It's like you're checking your watch. It's like, blow the horn. Be like, hey, up here. Like, I need some attention on this, or I need some attention on that. Again, if it's not physically sex or the body, though for most of you it is, again, it's waking them up. The giant red flashing arrow of go this way, go this route. You need to lead them because they're not getting there themselves. They're a little bit lost. They're blinded, right? Blindsided, but also blinded by... There is something about your intimidation factor. They feel like they can't be vulnerable and present to you what it is that they actually want to say or want to do. So yeah, it's like they're masking it, but it's confusing the situation. It's very muddled. It's got the Fool. It's like you just need to set them free. Set them free for this is weird. I am sort of getting like the mental prison. They do have anxiety about how to fix this or move forward. And I think it's because they're immature or inexperienced. That's the word. They're coming off as a page. So it indicates to me, especially like sexually experienced, you may be their first partner or their second or their third or something where they just kind of feel like, they just don't feel confident in their skills and abilities. But like the deck is stacked. It's like you guys could be really good together if this person could just get out of this awkward little headspace they're in. The Two of Swords and the Three of Swords. So there's something kind of cool here about by not having to think about it or discuss it with you entirely, that is keeping them at bay. It's almost the 2 is like a nice even number, so it's easier for them to not even have the conversation. Once it's like you take the blindfold off and actually look at it in the light of day, this is what you're not doing right. This is why their relationship isn't working. It's going to be a little bit awkward, right? They're probably going to feel a little bit sensitive and vulnerable. But if you know that in advance, you can come in like a very kind way, very lighthearted, very Fool-like energy. And then it's like you can get to the goods. There's goodness there with a new conversation that comes from your emotional truth. And then, yeah, this absolutely has potential to be like a long-term commitment into the future. Something about the physical, like the bodies. When your bodies come together, it works well, if that makes sense. Yeah, something about riches, but it has to do with like, I don't even really know how to phrase this message. You add richness to their life. It's something like that. I don't think it's literal money, though for some of you your person may have a lot of money, particularly if you are dealing with a Taurus. If that's the case, they may be a little bit guarded with this because they don't know who to trust. They may have been burned in the past by someone taking a lot of their money or their possessions or again, misusing it, not allocating it in the right way. And so I don't know if stingy is the right word because that doesn't really seem to fit, but I think you understand what I mean. They may have had an ex or even like an ex-wife or an ex-husband who they're paying alimony to or prenup or something where it's like the money is being taken away from their account. And so, they're very, again, very defensive of who they're giving them their all to. Even emotionally, they may be very withheld and holding back. But there's so much potential here for a need for truthful and honest conversation. So you're not keeping someone in the dark. You're not keeping them just hanging there. I am also getting the metaphor of like, what is the right way of phrasing this? Okay, it's being communicated to me in a song. So the Supremes, you keep me hanging on. Set me free, why don't you, babe? It has to do with the idea of let's just not sit there and not address the elephant in the room that somebody isn't, as I'm saying so delicately, reaching the finish line, at the end of you guys coming together. It's something like, don't just leave me hanging and not tell me what I'm not doing, because even though it's like someone is trying to avoid hurt feelings or an awkward conversation, the same with this, you can't just sit there forever. those swords are heavy. You're going to have to put them down and make a decision eventually, or to communicate eventually, to open yourself up, to be vulnerable eventually. There's room for transformation here with the Hangman, but it's like someone needs to assess what's going on around them and understand what isn't working in order to, caterpillar to the butterfly. The butterfly being like sexual freedom, like things finally take off, things bloom, blossom, however you want to phrase it. It's like that new love we're going after there. There's more value in your sexual escapades in your love life when you guys are able to get real with each other. And flat out, this has very much the visual depiction is very much speaking about like bodily fluids, right? So, let's just call a spade a spade. Sex is more enjoyable when you're able to open up and have an honest conversation about it. And again, you don't have to dance around the topic, even if it is awkward, but go in it with truth and with love, so that you can kind of cushion the blow of maybe damaging someone's ego a little bit if they are inexperienced, approach it with love. Do it in a very kind way. But yeah, if you want this, you guys, if you want this to progress into something that feels good for everyone, there needs to be, Hangman to the Death card, major transformation, right? Being aware of what's actually going on, facing the reality of it, and then transitioning into it's really hot and steamy for everyone. It's the devil, right? Some of you may be dealing with a Cancer, or again, being very opened up emotionally. And again, something about the body fluids. I'm sorry, this is like a really kind of explicit message, and I'm trying to do my best with it, but like, it will feel better. She's the queen of feelings, but also with all this pentacle energy, physically it will feel better, right? When there is more love, when there is more emotion, when there is more fluid, right? Let's just do that. May also be dealing with a Leo, very possible. But yeah, it's like you guys need to blow the horn. You need to like blow the whistle, like almost referee in a game. Like, nope, I want to use some great football term. Like, what? I don't know. Nothing's coming to me. It's because I don't know my sports knowledge. Damn. Foul ball. No, that's not what I mean. But you know what I say? It's like, no, like that's not how you do it. Like, cut it. Let's stop that. Like, let's fix it. That doesn't feel good. I don't like it when you do this. That's not working. Can we change it up? Yeah, blow the whistle on it. Again, in a nice way. In a Two of Cups, like, hey, could I mention something to you? Like, approach with care. I always actually say that with this card. Handle with care, just like the Traveling Wilburys song. Oh, that's so cute, Scorpio. All right. What's between you all? King of Wands. Yeah, let's get that passion up. Yeah, I like that. Again, the king of sexuality, king of passion. Yeah, career, sure, maybe. Creativity. Yeah, thinking outside of the box. Yeah, trying and experimenting new things, because with new things or new people, whatever. I'm not going to say new people. That was weird. But yeah, this king lives for the thrill of it, for the excitement, for the fun, for the adventure, for the games. Also for like, I'll even say like spiritual connection, right? With Two of Cups, it's not purely like sexual pleasure. It's also, this you have Ace of Cups, right? Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's new territory here to be explored, and it could be a very spiritual connection too. It's not all just kind of like this, really lusty energy, which to be very clear is what 90% of the spread has been, especially with the devil coming up. Again, you might be dealing with a Capricorn, doesn't have to be. But you have High Priestess, so you have two cards of Cancer coming through. This could also be you, though. Whether you're male or female, Scorpio, very heavy water vibes. As well as even the moon, I think kind of the idea of secrecy. Scorpios are the best secret keepers. There's something about that metaphor, too, of like sharing the secret of what actually works, what feels good, or your secret spot. It's something about, if you touch me here, do you understand what I'm saying? I feel so weird delivering this message to you. I feel like I'm a sex counselor right now, which is not my territory. I don't know. How did I get into this position? Free yourself. That is speaking directly to your Two of Swords here. Where did it go? Oh, it's literally sitting in my lap. In the lap. Something about that is important as well. Yeah. Clue this person in. Again, blow the whistle. I want to use some great football term. What is not, like, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's not, I keep wanting to say foul, and I absolutely know that that's not football. I don't know. It's not coming to me. Damn it. I'm going to think of it once I'm uploading your video. Anyway, set your person free. It's like almost, I actually associate this card with Capricorn very much. So some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn, which is a really interesting dynamic because both Scorpio and Capricorn have sexual energy to spare, sexual energy for days. But yes, someone, it's like they're trying to make it over the fence. They're trying to leap into new territory, but they're very apprehensive. Almost, I'm getting the metaphor of like a dog trying to get to its like owner. When their owner, you know, I don't know. I grew up with Labradors, right? When a Labrador sees you like swimming in the water, they immediately go into panic mode. Like, I need to go save my human. That's sort of what this person is. It's like there's a panic alarm because they know that they need to get you there. They know they need to do that for you, but there's apprehension of, I don't know if I'm doing it right. And like, there's nervousness. I can feel it in my heart. There's like kind of heart palpitations of they know they're supposed to do something, but they're not quite. You need to illuminate them to it with the sun. Bring it to the forefront. Right now, it's only existing in secret. It's untapped potential. It's not being discussed. With Judgment and the Sun, you have a lot of major arcana here. It's like bring it out in the open, right? You have nothing to lose. Yeah, help set your person free from like this anxiety they have about this really amazing, beautiful relationship. You have you have Ace of Cups twice and the Ace of Pentacles. So might be dealing with an earth sign. Absolutely. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Specifically, you have a lot of Taurus and Capricorn coming up. This feels really good. This feels really good. Your card is here. Anyway, let's look at your advice or guidance. You have the Star. So yeah, in Aquarius season, let's do it. Let's get naked and talk about real shit. Let's get naked. I'm sure my neighbors just appreciated that in my apartment complex. All right, let's see. King of Swords. Did you have Queen of Swords earlier? You have King of Wands. So interesting. You do have two kings. This could be a male-male relationship. Absolutely. You also have Knight of Cups. You have the Death card twice. Very, very interesting depictions of the Death card here. Scorpio, your card. You, like Capricorn, kind of have that bad rep of it's the Death card, but it's not bad. It's the Devil card, but it's not bad. And it really isn't in any of these spreads. So you may be dealing with another Scorpio, and yeah, there's progress in love. I feel like you had this early. Oh, you did. Okay. I was going to say, I thought I was losing my mind. This could be like a twin flaming type thing. Again, you guys may have very similar pasts, or it's not so much past in terms of what you've, I don't know, I want to say like experimented with, but yeah, something about your stories do mirror each other in a way. So something about this person's apprehension, maybe in love and relationships, may actually mirror your apprehension in career and finance. It could be something like that. But yeah, progress and movement in love. This is indicating to me both of you do want to try and make this work. You do both see value in it romantically to try and like put in the work and like the emotional work, being vulnerable and truthful about your feelings, about your intentions. It feels like there's movement towards that in Aquarius season. Your person could absolutely be an Aquarius. You have double cards of Aquarius in your advice or guidance. Again, truthful, honest communication. And with Aquarius, this specifically the Star card, to me that always says zoom out, keep the broader picture in mind. And I think it has to do with like this awkward conversation that someone is like nervous to have because it may damage or bruise the ego. In the grand scheme of things, having that conversation is going to like yield amazing results essentially. Like, isn't it worth it to just kind of like nip it in the bud and take care of it so like this can grow like exponentially? It will feel it will be so much better than it currently is. And it already feels pretty good. Again, I keep wanting to say it's the reciprocity, what people are putting in, what they're willing to do, and what they're willing to provide or commit to in this relationship. The Hierophant is sort of asks you that. How committed are you? And it has to do with what this person is willing to give, because right now they are holding back in some capacity. If it's not sexual, it may be, I want to say monetary, and that's a weird way of phrasing it, but hopefully that makes sense to someone. It may be that they are more devoted to their job than this relationship right now. Money, something about that. But yeah, you have a divine pairing. You have King and Queen of Swords in the same deck, no less. So again, come at it with your honest truth. These are, how do I want to say it? They are intellectually a good pairing, for lack of a better term. This Two of Cups of like this sweet, young, innocent love. There's actually a lot of truth and power behind it. These are kind of like the the highest king and queen of the deck. They approach everything very logical, with intelligence. Something about biting. I was going to say they're cutting, but in a good way. It's like it's because they want to get to the heart of the matter. They can easily wade through the emotions if it's important enough to address like the issues at hand, the actual data, the statistics, the information. So again, like using that kind of in the broader sense, what isn't working about this relationship? Can we figure it out? Can we use our minds and our mouths, Scorpio, to communicate it? There's so many sexual puns in this reading, I can't even. So then, interesting. The thing that kind of throws me off here, though, is that Romance Angels, it says unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. So I'm going to put my 2 cents on this, right? You're watching my channel, so hopefully this resonates for you. Currently, that's what's going on. And I think, Scorpio, you already know this. Part of you is like, I feel like I'm in, but my person isn't all there. It's because they're not. But again, their cards aren't indicating that they're... I don't have any cards indicating third-party shit at all, just to be very clear. But yeah, your person's cards are indicating apprehension because they are self-conscious or vulnerable, or the best thing I can say is they lack experience. And so you coming in like full force death card in your energy, all the Scorpio passion, all the excitement, all the extremes, right? Scorpios are very much about extremes, right? Your person kind of doesn't know what to do with that. Your person might be a Pisces or an Aquarius Pisces cusper. And so with that, be very gentle with them. They're very sensitive. Your person is extremely sensitive. Again, the damaged or the bruised ego is playing a huge factor in this. And so even if you come, it's funny, this is almost how they see you when you give them criticism. And that's pretty brutal, right? It's like you're coming at them with a sickle. You're not. You're like, it's the way they something about them, they're very hopeless, romantic, and naive and sensitive. So when you come at them with just like a tad of criticism, not even in the bedroom, in life, they immediately like, they're attacking me. What they're saying is so mean. How could you, like, they kind of jump to their defense, but it comes from immaturity. This person may be younger than you. It comes from a lack of experience. You have Ace of Pentacles twice. So those with dealing with another water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this feels very good. Even in Aquarius, you have a lot of Aquarius cards. Hold on, I got to pair my cards together. What did I do with it? Oh, I lost your other eight. Oh, there it is. Okay. There's new beginnings to practically build off of them and then to emotionally invest in them. Yeah, I think right now there's something that is imbalanced. Like, again, the reciprocity card, the scales aren't balanced. You might be dealing with a Libra. It's possible. So it's figuring out how to recalibrate the scales yeah, it's like get it up and running again as a page. It's not brand new. This feels like a relationship that's already kind of in the works. But yeah, it's like taking it to the next level. Handle it with care so you can get to the victory, right? That's sort of what we started you off saying with. So, all right, let's throw some zodiac signs on this. You have so many like major arcana here, though. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is huge. Particularly Pisces, Scorpio, you obviously, Taurus, Cancer, Aquarius was huge, Capricorn. You do have Sun, that could be Leo. Yeah, I mean, you have so many cards here, but yeah, you also have the World, bottom of your deck. So yeah, freedom. It's like setting your person free from that anxiety. Yeah, you're going to go places real fast. It's like the sexual attraction takes off again. And to me, the Strength card is extremely sexual. That's not always the typical classic like interpretation of it, but it's like taming the animalistic side of us, the beast within us that just wants to pounce, right? It's something that's in our DNA. It's in our blood. Here, it's like it's being restrained by the angel. Like, I need to approach this very cautiously. And, you know, I'm not thinking all these sexual, dirty things about you, but really on the inside you are. It's like you bust free and it's like sexual liberation. That's what this feels. Somebody in this scenario may be coming out for the first time, or this could actually be like losing one's virginity. It could be like the first, and that's not for everybody, right? But there's something about unleashing the sexual passion. So interesting. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Capricorn came flying out, as did Cancer and Virgo. We'll throw a couple more on. Any other confirmations of zodiac signs from Spirit? also have Scorpio. That's you. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. You have Capricorn twice. There's two of each zodiac sign in here. You also have Pisces and Gemini. I thought I was going to say Aquarius because you had so many Aquarius cards. All right, guys, let me know in the comment box below if any of this resonates or don't. This seems extremely personal, but either way, like, share, subscribe. I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, Scorpio.